like your Star Spangled Banner shirt.
What? This one?
Yeah.
That's for. They also get it. What do they sell?
The plastic surgery for your camera?
No, what I would do, I guess, if I have this stuff, it seems like if we have some kind of weight, no, I'm sorry, I was just trying to see what you done. So I did it the first time I sprayed it with the, I brushed it out and then I took a brush.
Dude, this is gonna be cool.
Oh, yes, now I see it. Thank you. Yep, yep.
Just a fun piece today, guys. I don't know. I just picked all my favorite colors and I'm gonna try to make it look cool. There's no telling what this will be.
Are these classes you offer?
Yeah. Everybody here is in the class, so don't ask them if they like it, please. Do you need you need mixed already? Does anybody have any black left over for this gentleman up front?
I got some.
That's what you needed. Just picked all my favorite colors and I'm trying to make something cool. See if I... Did you just say risk it for the biscuit? You said that? I think I've heard that referring to other things. You seem like a sweet lady, but I just heard you say something that tells me otherwise. Now all I'm doing, guys, is I'm trying to make sure that anywhere it's super thick, that I just spread that out into the rest of the top so I don't have a big heavy area anywhere. I want a very even layer on here. And I poured quite a bit because I don't want to have to overly manipulate this once I put my colors down. And if I was super thin, if this coating was really thin, I would have to probably spread my accent colors around quite a bit to try to get them to look good. So. That's a beautiful blue there. I'm a little worried that I didn't kind of hustle mixing these, so I'm hoping I don't have clumps of powder in here, but we will see. If nothing else, we'll have fun. I'm going to do a bit of a dirty pour. Just pouring all my colors combined into one. This is, you see, a very metallic-y blue here mixed with a very opaque liquid blue next to it. So I'm dumping all my colors just into the same spot here. I want them to overmix. If I mix it too much, it'll just make a big blurry shit color. Thank you guys for joining. You're about to see me probably make something super ugly. All right, and without further ado, before this starts mixing too much, because I put alcohol in a lot of the colors,
think you should stay with the latest purple.
I don't know. It's just epoxy, and there is a lot of waste here. I kind of knew it for the pattern, but I think I even wasted more than I meant.
Where do you get your propane from?
Lowe's or Home Depot. The propane's not usually the most exciting part of this, but my daddy says butane is a bastard gas. Sorry, if anybody watched King of the Hill. It's not the ugliest thing I've ever made, not the prettiest either, but I don't know. Thought it would be fun. It was faster than I wanted it to be, but it was fun. Or maybe the drips are the only pretty part. And should I leave my piece alone, or should I just totally try to fuck with it now, guys? What should I do with this piece? I think I'm gonna... I don't think I'm going to leave it alone. Oh, I'm doing my floor over here.
I love those colors.
What's that? I know. Can you imagine if they had a good teacher how this class would do? You have all this amazing talent just getting stifled by me.
Wait, with the white lip or you decide?
If you want to come and teach a class, I'll pay your, I could probably pay your airfare out here depending on where you live, and you come teach a class for me.
He's joking. He's a man.
I did have this really bitchy artist lady that had no skill get mad at me at the end of class because I hadn't had her teach the class. And I was like, well, you showed up to come to a class. I didn't know you wanted to teach a class. I think she just didn't want to listen. More about our resin and Bubbles. Bubbles is a guy we work with from time to time. I try not to blow bubbles very often. What else would you like to know? I'm a horrible... Guys, I have fun during class days, and I don't know how to answer all your guys' questions, but I do my best. Bubbles usually come from the viscosity of the resin. A lot of times you mix too cold of resin, which colder resin is a thicker viscosity. Warmer resin is a thinner viscosity, so mixing too cold of resin can guarantee you're going to have a lot of air bubbles in your resin. So warm it up to say 70, 75 degrees prior to mixing. Mix slow. Another thing you'll notice is these sticks. If you notice, the stick looks wet, right? The reason it's wet is it's used. And the reason I like to use used sticks, there's a bottle at my feet. The reason that I like to use used sticks is it seals the wood so that air doesn't come out of the wood into my mix. And that's how you prevent a lot of little tiny micro bubbles from getting into your epoxy, is just wipe epoxy on your fucking stick. It seals it. Then when you mix the next day, you'll notice you have a stronger stick with way less likely tendency to have little tiny micro bubbles. Mix it a little warmer and a little slower. So I think, hopefully, did that answer the questions about air bubbles? On top of the horrible joke I shouldn't have told. I have seen it several times by several of our dealers. I personally am fucking scared to death of it. So I would not epoxy anything I own as far as a vehicle, because it's all curved surfaces and I can't control it. So one of these guys wanted to see gold, I think, so I'll do gold on blue. This is mica powder sprayed out of a 99% isopropyl mixed bottle. So we pour 99% isopropyl in a bottle and we put our mica powder. And it's cool, it just lays that alcohol with a mica down on here on the surface, temporarily kind of melts that epoxy. The alcohol evaporates, just leaving the base of mica powder in it. So kind of a simple accent color into a piece. Say again?
Breaking the surface tension.
Yeah, if you have any break in the surface tension, I'll tell you how to break surface tension with females, males, anybody. I can tell you how to do it. Somebody actually in a class, are you from Hawaii? Is this person from Hawaii? Somebody from Hawaii came to a class and they gave me a shirt that said just break the surface tension. It's still one of my favorite shirts, so I don't know if that's who that was. Trying to explain surface tension, and I guess I talked about it too much in a class, the importance of it, and they made me a shirt. Still two of the sweetest people I've ever worked with. Whose house? I'll find some random lost soul that you can stay with. Is this guy wanting to stay with somebody, or he's wanting me to stay with somebody? I don't think you'd want to stay with me. It's just a crazy party every day. Wild little kids, and I try to encourage my kids to be even more wild than you can imagine, so.
The surface tension question, the person said, I'm straight and married, and I know all about tension.
There's always more to learn, though, I promise you. I learn that every day. He just thought it was important to let us know that he's straight, since it's June. All through the month of June, every one of his posts, I'm straight and married. All right, should I just stop messing with it before I break it, guys?
How long would a big piece like this take to dry?
You know, the size doesn't matter. I know it does with other things, but with epoxy, size does not matter because it's a mix ratio and a curing process. So epoxy doesn't dry. Everybody says it dries, but if you mix the proper amount of hardener and resin, that makes epoxy, and you mix them with the proper curing for time, and they're always going to cure out in the same temperature at the same rate. So if I poured 500 square feet and I mixed it correctly, and I poured 1 square foot, they both cure exactly the same. So.
Do like craters stay?
No, good eyes though. You guys see the reflection? Now, a lot of the surface is actually getting very smooth, but you're actually seeing the metallics inside. The metallic powders actually leave almost a cratered pattern underneath a smooth epoxy surface, but I'll actually torch this one more time in a minute and it'll even get smoother. So, a floor? That would be fun, huh? That'd be fun. Throw glass beads on it. Oh yeah, glass beads?
Oh really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Super smooth, easy to clean, traction, durable, bulletproof. Don't ever do this. I have to have a reminder every day of what I should. It does. It kind of warms it up, and now you'll see it really marbles it like super smooth just because of all the heat.
Will that make it flash cured?
No, but the heat actually will accelerate the cure, but it was such a temporary addition of heat, I don't think it made a huge difference. So thank you guys so much for all your awesome questions and for watching us on our live. Like I say, I hope you come out to a class. It's 4 days of this, and we're having a lot of fun. This is a good class. It's small. It's about 25 people, but it's one of the better groups. Wow, so.